As in, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Bezos' wife left a man worth $191 billion, not naira, $191 billion. She herself is worth $35 billion. And she left Jeff Bezos worth just remember that Dangote is worth about 12 billion. So at 35 billion, she is worth 3 Dangotes. 3 Dangotes. And she now went to marry a school teacher. First things first, let's discuss this. How does she, let's Google, when did she file for divorce? When did Mackenzie Scott file for divorce? Let's even get some dates here. In January 2019, the couple announced their divorce in a statement. After a long period of loving exploration and a trial separation, we have decided to divorce. They had a trial separation and then they eventually divorced. But in 2019 January, they filed for divorce. And now listen, what month are we? October 2021. She has already remarried. Let's Google, when did Mackenzie Scott remarry? Abiada?
Okay.
Let's address these are very important issues. She remarried on the 9th of March 2021. She remarried on the 4th of March 2021. So she filed for a divorce, or they filed for a divorce in January 2019. And by uh, 2021, she's already remarried. Nobody's fighting with them. They didn't drag it in court for 9 years like they'll do in Nigeria. She did not leave. Yes.
Can we quickly take a pause? We have bills to pay. When we return, we'll continue with.
All right, bills to pay. Come right back. We need to address this, especially in the Nigerian context.
Nigeria info.
Celebration 2021 is here. The underground system at Freedom Park, Lagos. From the 11th to the 17th of October, featuring us.
So guys, let's have this conversation. When are we going to stop being hypocritical? When are we going to start telling ourselves the truth? As you are seeing me like this, enough married women, they my DP, my DM. Daddy freeze this, daddy freeze that. I know how many married women taste buds I had to warn. Now come, leave this man alone. Can't you find another woman somewhere, another man somewhere else? Meanwhile, they are happily married. They are in their husband's homes. There was one that were advising to leave her marriage because the marriage was not making any sense. She was carrying small boys inside the marriage. She was carrying small boys. We're telling her, leave this marriage. This marriage you are doing, this thing you are doing is not marriage. You are wasting your time. You are wasting your husband's time. We're all wasting our time here. As I'm telling you, she's still inside the marriage till today, 4 years later. When are we going to wake up and start So you are afraid. Listen, let's be realistic. I'm waiting for the radio to come back because I'm going to say this again on the radio. Wait. Just wait. Sorry, don't say it twice. We're live on 99.3 Nigeria Info. That's right. All right, Dada.
Yes.
Okay. So I was telling the online audience, I said I was going to repeat it on the radio so the radio people too can hear. I said, there are many women in my DM. Daddy Freeze, we love you. It starts as Daddy Freeze, I love you, I want you to pray for me. Now through prayer, now prayer they take enter. And Daddy Freeze too, he go begin pray before you know him. You just be noticing some clinginess. Why are you being clingy? Some open their mouth and tell you that Daddy Freeze come. Blah 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 blah. This is how it is. So I was telling the story of a particular lady who I'm 45 years old. I know when a woman is throwing to me, and a woman knows when I'm throwing to her, even if I don't talk. Have you had that?
Yeah, true that.
This lady throw, and no catch. She volley, and no catch. She takes shots, and no catch. After she can't tire, she can't begin it. You know when a woman starts telling you intimate problems. Now, so this lady begin to tell us waiting she and her husband they go through blah 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 blah. Okay, I don't talk anything. When she finished telling me, I say, Auntie, my advice for you is leave this marriage.
Okay.
She said no. You know, initially she was considering, then all of a sudden she stopped considering and went back to the marriage. Inside the marriage, she's carrying small boys.
Wow.
So somebody was now was quarreling with me one day that Daddy Freeze, why are you destroying this woman's marriage? That do you know that if she leaves that marriage and remarries, she's committing adultery? I said the small boy she's carrying inside the husband's house is what? Infantry. Please explain to me because I don't have sense. You are carrying boys in your husband's house. All those boys have big chest and muscle like this and V shape. And then they do like this, the shirt will be like he wants to tear. And they do like this and the shirt will be like he wants to rape. You are inside your husband's house, carrying these boys, following them up and down. And then they say, leave the marriage and go and face one of the boys. Daddy Freeze wants to ruin somebody's marriage, that if he's giving somebody bad advice, blah 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 blah. I was tired. As I'm talking to you, she's still inside the marriage. Till today, she's still inside the marriage. No friendship, no love, no communication, but it's a marriage. And the excuse is she doesn't want to go to hellfire. Because if she leaves the marriage, it reminds me of one girl when I was much younger. Anytime the girl would come, we will do, when we're much younger, I was in the university, the girl would come and visit me, we will do. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
The girl would start to cry. One day I was even worried that, make this girl not bring police come meet me one day.
What was she crying about?
3 days later, the girl will come back again with her 2 legs. Small play, we will do again. The girl will start to cry again. Start to fight me.
Cry that what? The pain?
Pex Ikeji say do what? After like 4 times, one day I now sat down with the girl. I say, Auntie, this one that we are doing and you are crying and going and you are still coming back, what's the matter? Said, I came to be your friend. I don't want to do this thing because I don't want to sin and you are making me do it. Nancy, don't begin. I'm making you do it. Is a sin, but you are coming back. Let's be thinking. So what she was looking for was somebody to pin the sin on. Like, God, it's not me, it's him. I don't want to do it. He makes me do it. So So we need to wind our minds out of these mindsets. You need to understand that as a human being, you have physical needs, which include food and include intimacy. If you are in a bad marriage, you will be having this intimacy outside. Listen, adultery is adultery. Let me tell you something. You think God will not understand that you left a place where you are committing adultery every day to commit adultery with only one person for the rest of your life? You think God will not understand? I want to ask you, you live a marriage where they are cheating on you and you are cheating. It's actually an open marriage. People are just lying to yourself that you are married. It's just like they call it understanding. Are you listening, Ada?
Yes, I am.
The man will have his girls as long as they don't disrespect the wife, and the woman will have her boys as long as they don't disrespect the husband. On days they have activities
Jada.
that... What?
Talking about Jada Pinkett right now and Sam Smith.
An entanglement.
They have.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's...
Yeah.
They have these arrangements in such a way that the husband has his runs and his babes, the wife too has her runs and her guys, and then they hang out, they party, they do all the things. Then when it's time to do children's things, like child is doing graduation, they will show up together like they're a couple. On Sunday, they will go to church together, they wear nice clothes, sit down together like they have anything going on. Meanwhile, their lives are two separate lives. I experienced it before with my former marriage. Do you know, I just realized that when I was trying to serve my ex divorce papers, I didn't know which office she was working. My ex had changed jobs for a year and I was not informed.
Wow.
We had no business together. There was nothing we're doing together. We're not lying to ourselves. I know what pained me inside this whole marriage, this whole issue was. Somebody said, my ex left. Are you listening? That she was the one that left. She was the one that left, yes. But she wanted to come back and I said no. And I can prove it. At least Pastor Adefarasin is still alive. We went to see him in his office. I sat down like this. He sat down. His wife, Pastor Ifeanyi, sat down beside him. And they asked the two of us. They asked my ex, do you want to go back to the marriage? He said yes. They asked me. I said no. Go back to what? What am I going back to? There's no friendship. There's no love. There's no intimacy. We are suspicious of each other. What am I going back to? So let me not lie to you. I have living witnesses. They asked her if she wanted to come back. She said yes. They asked me if I wanted to come back. I said, don't come back to what? So let's start having this mindset that some people are done. The marriage is done and dusted. Instead of us trying to resurrect a Lazarus marriage, I want to call it a Lazarus marriage. The marriage has been decaying for 4 days like Lazarus. And you want to resurrect a Lazarus marriage. Leave the marriage and go and start afresh. It's not, you and I know that is not worth it. Your idea of making the marriage work is going back into the marriage and having your runs on the side. Me and you know.
Okay, then if we're talking about that, yes, we'll get back to the topic. But the money man is here, so I think we should just give him 2-3 minutes to do his thing.
You're not allowed that before it's flow.
No, of course.
No. Do your giveaway. People are even going to win plenty today.
Hi, Daddy.
Hey, bro, how are you doing? I hope it's not long question like yesterday. Oh.
No, it's the treasure hunt. I mean, I'm actually enjoying what you're saying. I go carried away.
Treasure hunt, guys. 10,000 naira to be won live on 99.3 Nigeria Info. All of you listening on social media, just go and connect to Nigeria Info. 10K this night, as in you'll go sleep, your pocket go full. You know, as 10,000 naira be these days, at least you go wake up, breakfast set, lunch set, dinner set tomorrow, and you get small recharge card on top, and you go send small to your babe. Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay, so the treasure hunt for life and dangerous is live right now, or is on right now.
Okay.
So what you're looking for, or what life and dangerous listeners are looking for, is the Nigeria Info logo. It's hidden somewhere.
Are you listening?
App.
Okay.
Search for it, click on it, fill the form correctly. The first person who does that gets 10,000 naira for today.
All right.
The first person who does that gets 10,000 naira for today.
Just the Nigerian Info logo.
Just the Nigerian Info logo. For more of this, go to Nigeria Info. What's the name of the Instagram page?
Nigeria Info.fm. Nigeria Info FM.
Nigeria Info FM. Go there and check it out right now. 10,000 naira for you to win real quick. I can see my life is dwindling. People are leaving. They are running to Nigeria Info to go and win money. Or for what they use money and do you. All right, guys, run and go and win and come back. Let's be talking about our relationship.
Okay, then.
All right, can I go back?
Yes, please.
All right, there's a certain lady here on my live that said something. She said, anything is possible with God. They need deliverance. Everything can go back to normal. I don't believe in divorce. I disagree with you. You see, this our mentality of what God cannot do does not exist. It is a very foolish mentality. The fact that God can do something does not mean he will do it. Let me ask you a question. When they wanted to kill God's son, Christ, why did God not send an angel to go and cut Herod's head? Why did God send an angel to tell Joseph to carry that child and run to Africa? Carry him and run to Egypt. I want to ask you, let's be using our sense. Let pastor not turn us to mumu. What God cannot do exists. Plus what God will not do. Do you think God will leave the work he's doing and come and be repairing? How many marriages did God repair in the Bible? You have a whole book, so many chapters. How many marriages did he repair? I'm asking you. He will leave everything he's doing and come and repairing marriage when the two of you, your head is not correct. Please. Religion is one of the worst things that happen to us. It doesn't let human beings think. And this mentality, let's look at Mackenzie Scott and Jeff Bezos. The two of them saw that the marriage is not working. They divorced as friends. Let's learn from them. They sat down. You see, that's where Oyinbo people have more sense than us. They don't tie their stupidity. Listen, you need to understand that the religions that people are carrying on your head are 2,000, 1,500 years old. And the ideas of these religions, Christ did not support all of it too. Christ gave a clear concession in Matthew chapter 19 verse 9. As long as there is immorality. As long as there's immorality. You are in the marriage, you already are carrying small boys. Is immorality, leave. Leave. Now, the two of them sat down. Mature Oyinbo people that have sense. Do you know if Bezos were a Nigerian man, he will no longer be the richest man on earth? Because the wife will drag him. He will not even want to leave her. Are you listening, Ada?
Yes, I am.
Why would he not want to leave her? Because he knows that she will drag him. So the two of them will be in the marriage committing immorality. That's the hypocrisy we need to get rid of. The two of them sat down. Okay, what do you want? What is fair? I'm sure they will have argued it up, argued it down. At the end of the day, they came with a settlement. He gave her $35 billion. 3 times of what Dangote is worth. That was her divorce settlement. You know what she gave him in return? She gave him her controlling shares in Amazon. She said, you know what? Because if she takes her controlling shares, he will no longer have controlling power in Amazon, and he will make, and they'll be able to turn everything on his head. She left him with controlling shares. They divorced amicably, went their separate ways, remained friends. It was after the divorce that Jeff Bezos became the richest man on earth. He moved on. Someone is saying 13% of separated couples get back together stronger. If both parties work on themselves, their marriage will be better than before. 13% is failure.
I know.
Stop quoting failure. Why should I be looking at 13%? You are not telling me 97%. If you remove 13%, you have 87%. The 87% that does not get back together, let me tell you something. Once there's a separation, what the separation means is the woman is going and she's with somebody else, the man too is going and she's with somebody else. For me, I can never go back to that marriage.
Are you serious?
It's ended, finished, done. As long as I can remove my focus from that marriage.
What if they go stay with someone else? Learn something.
Forget all these things. Let's stop lying to ourselves. Inside the marriage, you are cheating. We are now separated. You now not cheat, because separation is now a chastity belt. You were cheating in the marriage. We are now separated. You will now not cheat, because as we are separated now, it's super glue to seal the place, Abby. Let's be using our sense. I'm 45 years old. You know, you people are young, so you've not seen life. That's why you be talking all these things. What are we going back together for? Because we have children? Go and read Deuteronomy chapter 24. If you read from verse 1 gives a clear indication. Moses gave a clear declaration. If you want to marry, just give her a bill of divorce and let her go, and you cannot marry her back. You can't marry her back, according to the law of Moses. Christ, of course, erased everything in Matthew chapter 19. So guys, stop pushing this narrative. Listen, one of the reasons why many of you are stuck together, because the woman is believing the husband is coming back. Husband, we don't go. He don't tell you, say no do. You believe you good. You they go meet pastor. Pastor, they collect the small money where they hand. Where you supposed they use take care of yourself. There was a video I was watching online. The husband was dancing with one curvy stripper. As in, the husband attention did. I don't know if you saw the video.
The one that left the wife on.
No, he was just dancing with the stripper. The wife just came and pushed the stripper away and took her husband away. If you see the wife, shapeless, fat, poorly dressed, I say, look at you. That stripper where you see at the beginning of your problem. You think tomorrow will not. What do you see for the stripper? Why is he not dancing like that with you? Ask yourself that question. Why is he not dancing like that with you? Somebody is saying everything starts in the spiritual and manifests in the physical. Is a lie. That thing is a lie. That's the lie they used to tie Africans' brains. What starts in the physical? The richest countries on earth, how many of them are spiritual? They are irreligious. Stop tying everything spiritual. All your spirituality, what has it done for you? You as a country with all your spirituality, show me what you are better than Canada that is not spiritual. Show me what you are better than China. I was going through NHS. Hold on, let me show you guys something today. Let me show you something. Who has seen this thing before? All London people know. You can see this NHS. Right? Ada, I wish you could see this. NHS.
I just joined the live.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
NHS. You know what NHS is? This is official UK standard COVID-19 rapid antigen test. Eh?
Okay.
Now, look at the side here. Can you see what is written there? Made in China. The official UK COVID-19 test is made in China. Do you understand the meaning of this? Simply Vic said, I have 4 packs at home, bro. This is made in China. China is producing the test for a whole UK. Do you know what China is producing for the world? And they are not, there's nothing, go and do business with Chinese people. You know that they don't do anything spiritual fire. Our problem in Nigeria is we tie physical to the spiritual. Separate the two. Let me ask you a question. I want to ask all of you a question today. If you plant corn, are you listening to me?
Yes, I am.
And you water the corn. Sorry, if you plant corn and you don't water it, and you pray over it, will it grow? You take corn, you put it inside sand, you don't add a drop of water, and you pray, you do 40 days praying and fasting. Will that corn grow? Will that corn grow, Ada?
How?
Good. Now, if you take that same corn and put it inside sand and pour water, and you don't say a single prayer, will that corn grow?
Definitely.
Good. So there are some things that their answer is in the physical, not in the spiritual. Whether you are spiritual or you are physical, the world operates on principles. Jacob, I say this over and over again, Genesis chapter 41. Jacob was in his tent. God was giving revelation to Pharaoh that worship Ra. Yeah, you have discussed this, Ada. The sun god. Jacob that wrestled, Genesis 32 and Genesis 33, wrestled with God and prevailed. Jacob that collected Esau's blessing. Let me tell you something. Do you know that Esau was richer than Jacob? Despite, you see, the blessing was that Christ was coming through him. That's the blessing. The blessing is not that he's going to have money. There is nowhere where if you worship God, you will have more money than those that don't worship God. Matthew chapter 5. God sends his rain and his sun on the good and the evil. Our problem in Nigeria has nothing to do with spiritual, everything to do with physical. If spiritual could solve our problem, 5 churches on every street would have solved our problem by now. You are one, as in the day I saw, do you know what the UK is? As in China, they produce, not for Nigeria, as you are saying Nigeria, one day you will walk on the street and see the Chinese version of a Nigerian man produced in China. China produces everything in Nigeria. Anything you are seeing in Nigeria, including this iPhone that I'm holding, this iPhone 11 Pro. If you open the back, you see made in China, assembled in China. Louis Vuitton, the whole world is literally produced in China. How would they not be rich? How would the Japanese not be rich? How would the Singaporeans not be rich? We tie too much on this. Let me tell you something. There is nowhere in the Bible where church is allowed to do naming ceremony. There is nowhere in the Bible where church is allowed to marry people. This is not the business of the church, the business of the family. In Nigeria, we have turned everything to a spiritual fest. I run a church. I see women in church. They come from all these, the other churches, and come and tell me that what they are going through in their marriage. Let me give you a story. There's one auntie I know. We used to attend the same church. She called me one day, rich, wealthy woman, called me one day and said that she wants to do jingle. Now, I had stopped doing jingles around that period. So I said, okay, I have a young producer in my office that can do the jingle for her. So I called the producer. I said, Baba, how much you go charge? In talk like, I don't forget, but let me tell you, the guy said like 250. I said, okay, add my own on top. So I think we came to 300. I said, okay, I will see go chop. So 50K inside the money, they my own for introducing you to the job. That was my. So now me collect the money from the woman. I paid the guy. The guy did the production. I hooked them up so they will see the production. I went on my own. Jingle is what you hear on the radio. MTN, you know, all those kind of jingles. So the guy did the jingle, lovely jingle, killed it. It was sweet. So I didn't hear from the woman or the man again, or the producer again concerning that. I was seeing the producer regularly. Until one day the woman just called me. Literally in distress, like in tears, that Daddy Freeze, what this guy did to me. So me, I wanted to go and rake the guy that come. You don't go collect work for this man for back. Is it the 50K you gave me that time? Let me make you come, they go collect woman for money for back, for person I introduced to you. So me, I was even brewing, ready to fight the guy. The woman now said she's coming to Etimian. There used to be a restaurant on Etimian called Utazi. So she said she's coming to Utazi, that I should meet her there. That's how I wore my cloth in anger, that we finish these boys like very foolish boy. Only for me to go to Utazi. I sat down, me and the woman were talking. The woman now said, can I believe what he did to her? That she gave him 2 million and he went to use it to buy a car for his babe. My FA can't catch me, see 2 million. Why are you giving a man 2 million? Then she said, you know the worst thing? That he actually gave me an invitation to his wedding. That's when she started crying. That no, Daddy Freeze, this boy has broken my heart. Married woman. This boy has broken your heart. She said she won't use police arrest him before. I say arrest him on to say waiting, you dash him 2 million. I can't did there, I can't weak. So I'm now trying to calm her down and say, you know what, but you are in your own marriage. This guy is also trying to pick up the pieces of his life, blah, 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 blah. So you know what, we now started gisting. The next thing, they were showing Tiwa and TB. This happened at the period where T-Bills filed for divorce and relocated to America. So it was on one of the DSTV channels, on one of the plasma screens in the shop. So it was breaking news. T-Bills files for divorce, relocates to the US. I can remember the story. The woman just hissed. I said, what happened? She said she doesn't like Tiwa Savage. That she doesn't understand how a woman cannot hold her marriage together. I said, this is how I was weak. You are inside marriage. You are dashing your boyfriend 2 million. You are inside marriage, your boyfriend is getting married. You are coming to cry to me, say he's breaking your heart. And then Tiwa and T-Bills that decided to use their brain and go their separate ways. You are angry that Tiwa cannot hold the marriage. I wanted to put my hand inside her eye that day and say, this thing you are doing is holding marriage. I almost put my hand in her eye. I say inside her eye so she will see my finger. This thing you are doing, is that how to hold marriage? Is that how to hold marriage?
Socially.
Come on.
Yeah, before the people.
You are inside marriage. You know, this woman was about 45 then, or 48. She was a bit elderly. Her husband was about 10 years older. He was about 58. So young producer, they give you can imagine the thoughts in the man. Young producer, way young, we be like chimpo. Go just carry one way biggie. So your husband they somewhere with you, he know say that they give you why biggie, and in mind go they okay. And that is confused set of comedians. Nobody juju be that. Nigerians are not religious. They are hypocritical and superstitious. That's what we are. We are not even religious. We are superstitious and hypocritical. You are married to somebody and they are climbing you like you are mountain every day. Are you okay? And that is marriage to you. So that the two of you can hold hands and go to church. And if you see this woman rolling on the floor in church, oh, if this woman pray for you, let me tell you something. When Taste Buds was going through her divorce, she went to police station to report there was an incident of domestic violence. I've forgotten. She said it in her own video. The policeman was saying, no, don't break the marriage. I just find a way of staying in the marriage and having a boyfriend. And the policewoman was a deaconess in the church.
Advising her to have a boyfriend.
Inside marriage, instead of living. Because she was like, I filed for a divorce, I'm moving on.
Okay.
Deacon, as in, explain this thing to me. Let's stop lying to ourselves. Nigeria is where it is. Number one reason we are hypocrites. We lie to ourselves. If religion could solve Nigeria's problem, we would not be where we are today. Religion has not solved our marriage. Listen. Statistics say we are second only to Jamaica when it comes to paternity fraud. Oh, because we know Nedu's own. The rest of your own that we don't know. Because you have not done DNA test. One day, if you want to try God, carry all your children and go and do DNA test and see whether you not become.
If you want to try God.
Just carry all your children and go and do DNA test.
Okay, Daddy Freeze, it's 12 o'clock, 12 midnight. I'm enjoying the show, but we have to go.
We have to go. That's why I didn't want to start
We have
early.
a winner.
We have a winner, 10,000 naira. Hey.
Remileko. Hope I got that pronunciation right.
Remilekun,
Remileko.
dry my tears. That's the meaning of that name.
Wow. Okay. Great meaning. Remileko from Shomolu. If you can hear us, please send a text to the WhatsApp number 0809 597 5805. Drop your account detail. I'll take the number and forward it to the digital team. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Okay, Daddy, please, final words from you. I know you still continue on your Instagram live, but let's end it here on the radio.
Yeah, so let's end on the radio. This is the reason why I didn't want to start it at the beginning. I wanted us to discuss Sunday Igboho and all those things, first. Because I knew that I was going to go wild on this. Some people say they are not advertising divorce. Me, I'm advertising what is right. Use your head. You are in a marriage, you are cheating, you are beating. What are you doing there? What are you doing there?
Marrying.
You are marrying and they are beating you. You are marrying and they are cheating on you. You are marrying and they are giving you disease. You are marrying and your wife is giving money to her boyfriend to buy a car, and the boyfriend is buying the car for his girlfriend. Is that not twisted? Is that not twisted? Wake up. That you are not in a marriage. You are in a hypocritical, superstitious union, waiting for God. And let me tell you, if God is going to do anything in your life, he's going to slap you. That's what he's going to do. You know that kind of slap where you just hear tower. Oh yeah, come and pack your good load and be going.
We have a merciful God.
That, let me tell you, that slap now be the mercy. Because if you continue that thing, now die, you won't go kill yourself.
Okay, Daddy, please, we have to go at this point.
Please, and I will be back next week.
Okay.
Take care and God bless you. And listen, guys, here's some advice for you. If you are in a bad place, sum up the courage. Women, you to be getting jobs. If they avoid unnecessary pension, even from your husband. Many women are suffering in Lagos today. They are giving them bing up and down because they refuse to work. Listen, if you don't work, you will bing. Because to survive in Lagos is not easy. You will boom boost. If you don't want to boom boost, work. And some of the reasons why some of you women cannot leave your marriages is because if your husband has not given you money, you cannot buy sanitary towel. If your husband has not given you money, you cannot change your underwear. is a bad thing. You now be in the marriage and be sneaking up and down to be collecting. Work and have your money so you can get up the day that is not working and you've seen that okay, it's not working. I'm not saying one day you wake up and leave. No, you've tried. You think Mackenzie, did you read Mackenzie's story? She said there was a trial separation. They tried, they worked on it, it didn't work. You know when something is not working. But motor when no work, you know. Not be until you push them uphill and downhill. You know, say this motor engine no good. You don't know down. You know why you lying to yourself.
Okay, we've heard. Advice taken. I'm taking note as well.
Take note, oh. Don't go and tie yourself in a bad place. Don't go because somebody is begging you. Because don't go and tie yourself in a bad place. Listen, there are some marriages that are doomed. I've seen couples, as I'm seeing them, I just they look there and say 3 years. You see, you have no business getting married. You are getting married for emotional reasons. And he has been following me. There's one case I was settling. The guy married the girl from a richer home. He was from a poorer home. Then later on down the line, they weren't working, but the guy could not leave because the girl left everything to follow him. What a stupid excuse. Leave. She left everything to follow you. And una they fight, una they beat una self, una they choke una self knife inside marriage. Leave the marriage. Don't stop looking at unnecessary. She did it, but she's not worth it. At the stage where you have reached now, she's no longer worth it. She's no longer worth the sacrifice she herself made. And then some men, let me tell you, they cannot stay in one place. If they are not cheating with their secretary, they are cheating with their boss, they are cheating with their friend's younger sister, anywhere belle face. Now so the thing they stand. Anywhere they just see like this, they just see something where wear skirt, even if not dog foul, wear skirt, waka pass, they don't just follow around, they go. I used to know one guy like that. We used to work together in Abuja. Me and person they waka, they go with a gist. I don't look my side, I don't realize only me they talk. My guy don't leave me, don't they follow one girl, they go across the road. They try collect a number. I'm not making this up. He had a problem. There was one day, house girl came to clean the apartment. The house girl, they always want, we're sharing an apartment. So the house girl, they always want make idea around when she won't clean. How come they always want that? Say why? And when I saw one day, idea around, the house girl come. Now I had to rush to the office. The next house girl come begin the shout. Oh. So Baba just enter room, see him, just wear condom straight. You don't even ask him anything.
Oh, no.
He just wear condom straight. Say, oh, yeah.
No.
And he's married.
Oh, wow.
And he could just do his small voice. He like, as in, they use woman. If they say they use woman, curse person.
We have to go.
All right, bye.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye.
I'm not making this up. What business do you have? Unless you are ready to be this guy's therapist, you have no business in that marriage. And then you also need to tell yourself something. Let me tell you, you cannot cure conji spiritually. That's where another set of people miss it. You cannot conji no get spiritual cure. There is no spiritual cure for conji. Once conji hook you, you need a physical cure. They do me. Conji. You go there inside house with your wife. Your wife go, they fight you, they hoard. If they do them to one of my guys, the wife can't go hire house girl. If you see this house girl, local girl, her teeth do like this. Body of a goddess. Tall, curvy, dark skinned, body of a goddess. Face below average, dentition terrible, but body of a goddess. Now so my guy start to arrange this house girl. So one day when they tell me saying they arrange the house girl can't go rude to his wife. Say he no can know how to settle am. I can't tell am say fire your house girl. He say lie oh. Say fire oh. Say instead he go fire his wife. I say no. Don't do it like that. Oh. He say fire the girl. The guy no gree fire the girl. You know wetin pain me? Wetin when the guy talk finish. The guy say the house girl is better in bed, cooks better, and is even cleaner. Now where fear catch me? He say house girl clean passing wife, dirty house girl wey im teeth be like this. The house girl better passing wife. Say he travel go Yankee. He dey look forward to meeting the house girl. He can't reach house. The wife was supposed to be in Abuja. He got home and the wife was at home and the house girl was off. Say he nearly begin cry. I say, what kind of life is this? You travel to America for a month to go do course. You can't come back hoping that your house girl will be around and your wife will not be around. Meanwhile, your wife is now sitting at home waiting for you and your house girl has taken her off. Maybe the house girl even gets more conscience. Say, okay, we'll make Baba come first. Enjoy madam. Then me, I will come later that week. The guy just dey vex. A dirty woman. Let me tell you, when woman dirty, you no get cure. Therapy, you go therapy, go up, therapy come down. Woman wey dirty. I'm not joking about this. If you are not clean, house girl go collect your husband o. House girl wey clean. She go collect your husband. Meanwhile, the house girl will get her boyfriend somewhere. So the house girl will collect your money and the boyfriend too. So imagine that kind of marriage. The boyfriend will arrange because the house girl works for 1 month, then goes for 3 days off. So that 3 days off, now the boyfriend get time to pololo am. So when she come, the boyfriend go pololo am. The whole 1 month, who the boyfriend they pololo, you don't know. So all the disease where the boyfriend they carry up and down, they come, you go give the girl will carry and can't give you can't give your wife. So they think, make una they think all these things. Lazarus marriages should not be resurrected. Once the marriage don't end damn. And damn. Why do people like to be fool themselves? Another guy, they tell me his own story. I've said this story before. He said his wife was going to the US for holiday. His wife will not fly unless it's business class. So in giving wife ticket, in card with $15,000 on it. In wife travel. It was his babe's birthday. He get one small Unilag girl when they arrange. He can't ask the babe. He say, what would you like for your birthday? She said she wants to go to Dubai, that she has never been to Dubai before. The guy said, no problem. This is not during Jonathan time when tickets cheap. Ticket to Dubai plus visa, everything was like 150K or 160K, something ridiculous. The guy don't look and say, person will just give him wife $15,000 plus business class. Say, don't buy cheap Dubai ticket. And he counted $1,000 cash and gave to her. Said she should go to Dubai and have fun. So she went to Dubai for a week. The wife too went to America for a week, coinciding. Do you know that 4 days after the wife reached America, she called his office that the money on the card has finished. $15K. Wham, it don't end. My guy began run around, send them another $4,000. Somebody, I swear that if you get this last story, me give my wife $15,000. I dey mad. I dey mad. I will buy her ticket to travel and pay for the hotel. She's working. She's working. And she wants to show me those days I did give my wife small money, but nothing $15,000. What the hell? For where? Let me continue the story. So the two of them, in Babe was supposed to come in on Saturday. His wife was supposed to come in on Sunday. Now, so the wife changed her flight. Say she won't come in on Saturday. All of a sudden, he's stuck with two women coming in around the same time. My guy, we no want trouble for a marriage. He switch off in Ron's phone. You know, guys, those days, you have one tiny little phone in their car that is their Ron's phone. Once they enter their car, they switch it on. They talk to their babes. They use it in their office. When they come home, they leave it in the glove compartment of the car, switched off. It's called the Ron's phone. Someone say, Akagon, okay. I treat women right too. I just believe women too should work for the things they like. So I count $15,000 and give you. That's what? You don't have work. I like the kind of woman I have in the house. Doesn't ask me for all these kind of things. Now me, they arrange waiting I suppose arrange. But you want to travel, now give you 15K to just go and be flexing. I don't marry lazy women. Work until work. It will save you unnecessary benching. As you did like this, if they look for 15,000, they go to bench you tire. In fact, now 3 people will contribute that $15,000 after enough benching. More leave the matter. Back to the story. The two of them now came the same day. Baba no want problem for a marriage. He just off in Ron's phone. The phone get off button, don't off him. Hold him, the phone die. We open the glove compartment. Throw him there. Lock the phone. Go carry him wife. Come carry him wife, go house. As soon as they reach home, the wife head, shower, hard. They can't enter bed. He can't touch his wife. You know, want to say, it's been a week now, mama. Come over here, baby. The wife just slap his hand and say, can't you see that I'm tired? I'm just coming in from the US. I've been flying. Me, I like myself. That tired, now I go come. You know, go sleep that sleep. The whole neighborhood go gather for our head. Which stupid sleep are you sleeping? I give you $15,000 plus another $4,000, $19,000 plus business class ticket. You can't go come, you dey tired. God will punish you and your tiredness. Better wake up and come and do what you're supposed to do. Better get up. My guy no fit fight, he no get power, he no be like me, he don't leave the wife. Now so he day for bed. Johnny don't rise. He no fit sleep. Now he say, make you even get up or see how far with him babe. Say whether she don't reach house, because he was supposed to pick her up, but he couldn't. That's why he carry car key, enter motor, open glove compartment, on Ron's phone. As he on the Ron's phone, text messages. I've been trying to call you, I'm at the airport. Oh, is this not nice? You didn't come and pick me up. The guy just say make he call his girlfriend. Now he just dial her number. The girl just picked it up. Baby, where are you? It's not fair what you did to me. The guy now explained that my wife that was supposed to come in on Sunday came in today, blah 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 blah. Where are you? The girl said, I came to stay with my friend on the island. I thought I was going to see you, and my plan was, because I know your wife was coming, I was not going to stay with you, so I just booked. I just stayed with my friend on the island. Now that night, the guy booked hotel. Say, you know what? Meet me at the place. He just go, waking wife. Say, baby. There's some work I need to do from the office. They just called me now. I'm going over to the office right now. Blah blah blah. We have a meeting with the business partners tomorrow. Blah blah blah. The wife say, okay, go, come back. Say, waiting trip him. We say his wife bought him a pair of Louis Vuitton loafers of $350 or $450 out of 1,000. Say wife no buy him anything. No. Say the whole money finish. Meanwhile, in runs. See, I enjoy in runs. A good runs. Now tell me how that marriage won't take work. Tell me. I'm coming from a place of a bad marriage. I know how a bad a marriage can be. I'm telling you, I've been there. I've done it. Pastor sit me down. The pastor never died, still there alive. He asked me, do you want to go back? I said, no. He asked my ex, said, do you want to go back? She said, yes. I said, okay. Let her go back to herself. She ain't coming back to me. She's not coming back to me. I don't want her back. She wants me back. That's her business. I don't want her back. Because I'm done. I'm done with quibbling. I'm done with fighting. I'm done with arguing. I'm done with you not seeing me. I'm done with you putting me down. Let me tell you, I was with my ex we dated for about 5 years in the university. We met in 1997. We separated in 2014. 1997 to 2007, it's 10 years. 2007 to 2017 would have been 20 years minus 3 years. 17 years we spent together. And to be very honest, sorry, she didn't understand me in 17 years. She did not understand me in 17 years. And I'm sure I didn't understand her too. We didn't understand each other. There was a time she looked at me and said that I should do an event. I keep saying this all the time because anytime I think I did vex, that I should do, and me, that my organizational skills are like the organizational skills of a cockroach. To gather things together, I can't do an event. I cannot cope with the stress of call caterer, book venue. I cannot handle. Taste Buds is chairman. Taste Buds will do 3 events in one day and coordinate the 3, and the 3 will be successful. Taste Buds build house for village from Lagos. I never seen him before for my life with WhatsApp. From Lagos, she coordinate the building of the house from plot of land to house from Lagos. Me, my ex can say I should gather and do an event. I was now thinking that, come, don't you know me at all? What do I want to be gathering people and be doing events for? Event that what? She said, that this idea she's giving me, before you know it, they will do it again. And since I'm a veteran on radio, I couldn't look and see, is this what I want to be doing with my life? Gathering other radio presenters. There was a time that some people actually put it together. I even attended the event. They put it together, radio personalities meeting and blah 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 blah. I came home, she said, I gave you this idea, blah 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 blah. God get idea of a whole church, free nation from beginning to the end. God had an idea of a message that is bigger than the Pentecostal message that is currently being served to the world. And God was waiting for her to go because he knew he could not use me as long as I was with her. Sometimes the Bible says, let me read it to you. Let me even end. I don't dey here 1 hour. When I no one go, I just fool everywhere. They enjoy yourself. Let me just give you this Bible. No use our end. Matthew chapter 5. Verse 27. You have heard the commandment that says you must not commit adultery, but I say unto you, anyone who even looks at a woman with lust has committed adultery. So if your eye, even your good eye, causes you to lust, gouge it out and throw it away. It is better to lose one part of your body than for your whole body to be thrown into hell. I thought about this. The entire Bible, nobody ever removed his eye because it caused him to commit adultery. So, thinking about it, there must have been a deeper meaning than remove your eye. That thing that is causing you to sidestep, that thing that is delaying you from entering your purpose. By purpose, I don't mean your money. There's something God created you for, and there's some loss that is dragging you away from it. Until you are ready to remove that thing, you will not be able to go further. Until I was able to sever myself from that marriage, I was not able to go anywhere in my life. My ex left in 2014. By 2017, 3 years later, the Free Nation Church had started. Where was this Free Nation Church? I knew Bible when I met her, but that spiritual teaching, that spiritual understanding, that depth of revelation did not come until she left. It was when she left that the revelation started coming slowly, slowly, slowly. And you see, the scriptures in Matthew chapter 13 verse 12 say, those who are listening to my teaching, I will give understanding until they have an abundance of knowledge. If you are listening, I started listening to the Spirit and studying the scriptures. The more I was listening, the more I was studying, the more was being revealed. I kept getting the revelation to the point where I'm very humble now. God revelation, they make person proud. I'm not going to lie, give you. I experienced it. You don't wake up one day and say, go and call your Geo, let me teach him Bible. Because you're just filled with the knowledge of God. And it's even scriptural. It said, brag with the knowledge of God. Jeremiah chapter 9 verse 24. But those who wish to boast should boast in this alone, that they truly know me and understand that I am the Lord, who demonstrates unfailing love and who brings justice and righteousness to the earth, and that I will delight in these things. I, the Lord, have spoken. Those who want to boast should boast in one thing alone, that they truly know God. So I'm telling you, it will give you pride. You will boast in it. And I want to show you something. First Corinthians chapter 1 verse 31, because I don't take Old Testament and just read it. For me to give you anything from the Old Testament, I must establish it in the New Testament. First Corinthians chapter 1 verse 31. Therefore, as the scriptures say, if you want to boast, boast only about the Lord. Boast only about the Lord. My profile on my social media was your pastor's teacher. I just changed it after a while. Who remembers that time? Your pastor's teacher. Now, so I put out for my profile. Say, now me, they teach your pastor. So it got to that stage. I now started, especially when I started meeting some pastors who became my friends, and I also saw that they also had some knowledge and revelation. So I just now toned it down. I said, you know what? But you don't know what happened. When I hear pastors preach, they be like, make I carry king, go flog them. So what's all this? You carry small Bible where you don't understand. You go twist and confuse yourself, confuse your congregation. Everybody will begin shouting, and I say, what's this? If you come Free Nation Church and we do sermon for you, it will be like they pour you cold water. You never hear this kind of thing before. So all this was in me. Marriage was holding it down. I was like, nah, I'm better than this. But I didn't know. My ex left. Let me tell you something. I say this till today. If my ex had not left, I would not get mine to end the marriage. I'm telling you. She had that year, 2014, she first left at the beginning part of the year. But then she came back like a week later. So the second time she left was permanent. That time she first left, she came back. I took her back. We continued fooling ourselves in the buffoonery that we call the marriage. Omo, second time she left, the first week, I was, what's going on? By the second week, my eye began clear. Begin to look and say, come. I had a maid then. She brought the maid. But because I was paying the maid salary, she did not want to take the maid. So the maid did not carry me to come and see her house. So she left the maid. So one day I came and I saw the maid. I said, follow your madam go. She said, no. I said, okay, since you know how the house works, will you stay? Let me be paying you. The maid said, no problem. So that's how the maid started staying with me. She wasn't staying, sleeping over. She was coming and going. Come at 6 a.m. every morning. Then by 5:30, she locks my door and goes. So that's how I came home. The house was a mess. My ex had taken everything. She had fridge that she bought. She took her fridge, took everything, as in left nothing. So the whole house was empty, was a mess. And when I saw the house girl begin to arrange the house small, arrange this, what was left, she carried table, leave dining chair, because now she do the table. So what was I doing with dining chair? I carried dining chair, dash people. So I just noticed that every day I was coming home, she was trying to make the house a bit better. After 2 weeks, I came home, my house looked like a hotel. Everyone was clean, nicely arranged. I came home. That time I used to have one big box TV in my room. I entered inside my room, I turned on my box TV, and I was watching DSTV. And I was like, wow, this is not so bad after all. Now, I was managing myself, me that I don't like to eat. Now, for about a year before my ex left, we had a quarrel over food. I would come home and she'd say, your food is in the microwave. Me, Nigerian man. My mother used to serve my father, and I got used to it. You can't tell me my food is in the microwave. I don't go answer you. I don't go chop that food. Meanwhile, I like to drink Coke and eat crackers. I don't go back, go meet Malam. Collect one cigar, collect Coke, collect crackers, chop, come enter house, sleep. So we started having those issues. Then one day, I finished eating and took my dishes to the kitchen. I think this happened first before the other part of the story. So I just dropped my plates in the sink, and my ex was like, can't you see that the place you put the plates is the clean part of the sink? That can't you see where the plates are? Now I asked him, I say, I'm paying all the bills in this house. Should I even be bringing my plates to the kitchen? Should I not sit down? I have grown up children. Should I not sit down? They should bring water for me to come and wash my hands. Nobody, so we serve my papa. My father would take his plate to the kitchen. For what? Why am I taking my plate to the kitchen? Now so we turn argument. She dey form feminist for me. I say, no problem. You know what I tell her that day? I say, if I go chop for Mr. Biggs, they will not tell me to wash my plates. When I go to Mr. Biggs, I eat, I get up, nobody will tell me to wash my plate. I go to Tantalizers, I eat, I get up, nobody will tell me to wash my plate. From today on, I'm not paying food for you again. I will calculate some money for my children, let them have food. And don't cook for me again. I will go to Mr. Biggs and eat, so that when I finish eating, they tell me to carry my plate. Now so that matter take end. So I was used to eating at Tantalizers or at KFC. I used to eat KFC. I like KFC. I like Tantalizers. I liked one or two places. Then for dinner, I used to eat suya. I used to go to Abegi. I was saying it the other day. Abegi, let me tell you, catfish pepper soup. They had normal suya. They had asun, one of the best asun in Lagos then, and also one of the cheapest. 1.5 asun, you go chop out like say you chop a bar. They used to have, aside from asun, they used to have grilled catfish in foil. And they also used to have grilled croaker. So I was eating balanced diet. Monday, I always had milk and oats and all those kind of things in the house. So breakfast, I could just chop milk, oats, cornflakes, anything like that. Lunch, tantalizers. Dinner, abegi, suya, Monday. Tuesday, breakfast. Lunch, KFC. Dinner, abegi, catfish grill. So my life was normal. I was fine. I wasn't missing anything. Now so taste buds come enter my life deeply. Come begin to arrange food for me. Initially, I wasn't even used to it. So I'll have food, my maid will warm the food, make a bar, I will eat native soup. Do you know since taste buds has come into my life, I'm not bragging, I struggle to go outside to eat. I struggle. I can't eat in all those places again. Maybe still KFC because it has a different flavor. But I can't eat in any Nigerian restaurant again. I can't understand their food. I can't compare to what Taste Bud serves. Damn. So somebody said, since you remarried, has that changed now? Do you wash dishes? Do you take your plate to the kitchen? And do you help yourself get food to eat? Me, when I finish like this, what I'm going to eat, they have prepared it. I just sit down, put my leg. Maybe once in 2 weeks, I warm the food because Taste Buds is tired. Normally, Taste Buds get industrial kitchen. Everything they ready. Wait till I chop this afternoon. Pounded yam with afang with sokebu pium, goat meat and beef. For lunch, for breakfast brunch, I had native rice with beef and I think turkey and moi moi. So I'm spoiled for choice. It's damn. I don't know how to say this, but damn. So if my ex hadn't left, I for no get mind to leave. Now when she leave, now she give me mind. I just had that mind. After 2 weeks of living on my own, I just realized that I don't want to live. I like this. I come to my house is quiet, empty. I just sit on my bed, watch my television, play on my internet, sleep off, wake up the next morning. I was like, this is life. Then I now moved to a bigger house in 1004. I loved 1004. My bedroom was overlooking the mall and the gate. 1004 on a Friday. It's not quiet like my area now. As you just hear the Jaguar, boom, boom. You see the Porsches, the Bentleys. 1004 was fun. Then there was Chinese restaurant in 1004. So I'll just get up at night like this, 3 a.m. Hunger, they catch me. I'll just go to the Chinese restaurant. They get shawarma till daybreak. I just look. You even then, shawarma. I'll say, give me the shawarma. No, stop. Give me this. There were 2 Chinese restaurants, Marco Polo downstairs and that Chinese restaurant upstairs. I felt good. The only thing was I was missing my kids. That's what she used to punish me. 3 a.m. till today, 1004. There's pharmacy 24 hours. There's supermarket 24 hours. I don't know if it's still 24 hours. There's Chinese restaurant 24 hours in 1004. Anybody who lives in 1004 will bear me witness. And sometimes I sleep, wake up 3 a.m., hunger catch me, I check my feet, I don't see anything. I wear clothes, go downstairs, cross the road, inside the same complex. I was staying in A block. Outside A block, you just see the supermarket straight up. You go inside, pick a few drinks, one or two things, go back inside, turn on my television. Where is 1004 located? Victoria Island. Okay, guys, let us go. Take good care of yourselves, guys. Instead of staying in a bad marriage, I preach this all the time. Leave. It's better to agree to disagree than to be in a toxic place. Take care. Bless you all. Love you guys. Let me allow you to go. You don't do. Eh?